So when you don't want children, one of the most common things people will say to you is that when you get old, you'll be alone. And I think a lot of people genuinely believe this, and I think part of the reason is that people don't realize how alone most old people are, even when they have children.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. I really do appreciate. Oh my god, thank you. At the real MVP, at the real OG. So guys, today's video we're going to be talking about child free. So I think so women give reasons on child free, on what I just let's just say some women give give some valid reasons on child free by choice. Some give reasons why they don't just want to have kids. So guys, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please don't go search for them. Please don't leave hate comments on their pages. Please guys, just watch and understand, learn why they chooses this child free. Okay, watch this video.
So when you don't want children, one of the most common things people will say to you is that when you get old, you'll be alone. And I think a lot of people genuinely believe this, and I think part of the reason is that people don't realize how alone most old people are, even when they have children. The stats vary, but somewhere around 60% of nursing home residents don't have any visitors in a given year. And most of those people have children. One of the benefits of being child-free is that you can't default to the assumption that there will just be people who have to spend time with you as you get older. You're very aware that relationships and community are things you're going to have to actively develop over your life if you want to have them as you age. But the truth is that is also something that people with children need to be doing. They just often assume that they don't. And especially as we enter an era where we understand that family isn't just like entitled to have you in their lives no matter how they treat you or make you feel, it's going to be even less guaranteed that just because you have children means they're going to be a big part of your life as you age. We're all at a high risk of being alone as we age, and it's not whether or not we have children. It's whether or not we treat people like shit.
Watch this video and then I'll be back.
By 2030, 45% of working women ages 25 to 45 will be non-married, no kids, single.
So what's wrong with that?
So you might say, well, what's wrong with that? If you think that you're going to genuinely be fulfilled in life because you made money, best of luck to you.
Okay, so he had one perspective. I'm going to give you another. And this one's coming from an actual woman who was single and child-free and fulfilled. When I was a little child in the 70s, my grandmother and her two sisters, all very well-educated women, especially for that time period, looked at me and said, never depend on a man. And I was like, I'm 5. But what they were trying to instill in me was that my independence was important. They knew that a good education, especially at that time, led to financial freedom. And when you have financial freedom, you make better decisions for your life. I was married for 22 years. We never shared a bank account and we never had joint credit cards. When I got my amicable divorce, my lawyer said it was one of the easiest that he had ever done. And I wasn't planning on getting divorced, but having financial independence definitely made it easier. And it helped me with the decision that it was time to leave. I never felt trapped. I knew that I had my own money, and I knew that I had 4 college degrees. Whoever comes into my life at this point is here because I want them here, not because I need them here. I have a fantastic and supportive boyfriend, and he's in my life because I want him in my life. He doesn't pay any of my bills. We don't live together, and I have no intentions of getting married. I have a fantastic and supportive family. I have a huge group of female friends. I have a job that I love. I have hobbies I adore. I feel valued, connected, and fulfilled. I don't have a husband, and I don't have children. If you want a husband and you want children, great, please do it. That will be fulfilling for you. I just don't want you to listen to some guy with a podcast saying that you will be a miserable old crone if you don't do these things. Only you know what's right for you, and that's what you have to follow. There are some of us here in our 50s and older who led the way for this, and we're telling you, it's a damn good life. This is a picture I have of my grandmother and her 2 sisters when I was 17.
Kid, and your life becomes about the kid. I want my life to be about me.
Oh, you selfish.
That's okay.
I don't know if this podcast is satire or if like he means the things that he's saying, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to assume that he means it. He says that she is selfish because she wants her life to be about her and she's not having children. And that to me is so mind-boggling because when people choose to have children, 99.9% of the time, it's for themselves. It's a selfish choice. They either want to live up to societal expectations of them. They either want unconditional love. They want to fulfill some gaping wound from childhood. Like, I could go on and on and on about the reasons that people have for procreation, and a lot of them are inherently selfish. So the idea that just because you give someone life makes you selfless is not true. I know people who have had children, not because they actually want children, but because they're too afraid not to have children, to push back against society. That is selfish.
This is for that girl with the list of reasons not to have children. Go ahead and jot this one down. I was on the couch just now, minding my own business. I was watching TV. I was happy. And then my 3-year-old walked up to me, angry that her nails were dirty and she wanted them cut. That right there should have been a red flag for me, because she never wants her nails cut, okay? She fucking hates that shit. But who am I to punch a fucking gift horse in the mouth? I take the opportunity. I start cutting those little eagle claws. And as I'm cutting, I get to her thumbnail. And it's concerningly brown, but I assume that it's dirt from outside because we were outside and she tends to be a digger. So in my mind, that is dirt. Except she decides to tell me it's poop. And at first I don't believe her because I think she's just associating the color brown with poop, and I'm telling myself it's dirt. But I play into the conversation, okay? Against my better judgment, I ask her, well, where did you get poop from? A few seconds earlier, she was in the bathroom peeing. I know she didn't poop, so I wasn't concerned that she was holding her own poop or anything. No, apparently my husband or her left shit streaks on that toilet, and my 3-year-old took it upon herself to clean it. With her bare hands, she was scraping shit off the inside of a toilet bowl with her fingernails, and then she brought her shit-covered fingernails to me, and I was happy. I was just watching TV, and now I had shit fingernails on and near my person.
Having kids made you feel like a real woman? That's a pretty extreme way to affirm your gender.
So I'm a content creator, and a few weeks ago my video on being child-free and single went viral, mostly because it was me on a plane in business class toasting with my friend and just enjoying just life and the fact that I have no responsibilities. Anyway, recently it's been posted onto different Instagram pages, and I found that a lot of the comments have been basically aimed towards saying things like I'm bragging, that if I'm so happy being child-free in this season, then why do I feel the need to post about it? And number 3, a lot of people are just saying that I'll be childless, lonely, and die alone. Now, I wanted to talk about, number 1, this whole bragging thing. Let's actually look at what bragging means. Okay, so to talk boastfully, to assert boastfully, and let's look at the examples, because that's where the real kicker is. Always bragging about his success, bragged that she was the fastest runner on her team. Oh, I think that bragging thing is very much a telltale sign that I'm living something and I'm experiencing something that they kind of want and don't have. And aside from the capitalism and the luxury aspect, I mean, I work very hard for my job. I've been in this industry for 10 years. But aside from that, if you look at the examples of bragging about your success and bragging about being the fastest runner on the team, those are things that people covet, that people want, and certain people don't have. And I think a lot of this child-free discussion, when it comes to, oh, you're bragging, is inferring that you want something that some child-free people do have. Number 2, I really wanted to talk about this whole thing of like, oh, silent happiness. And if you're so content being child-free and single, why do you need to feel the need to boast about it? Which completely ignores the fact that when people get engaged, they post their engagement pictures. When they're getting ready for the wedding, they post that they're looking for their wedding dress. They also post the rehearsal dinner. They post the wedding and the outfits, the reception dress. They post their beauty routine. They post the makeup. They post the bridesmaids on their bachelorette trips. They post the stag do's. So we can celebrate all of these things, not to talk of people posting their children's birthdays, their children's first days of school, their children's first steps, their children's first words, children's first holiday. They can post all of these nuggets and moments of happiness, but when single people and child-free people do it, it's kind of like, be quiet. And it's so interesting because it means that certain types of life choices are to be celebrated and certain types of life choices aren't to be celebrated, and they're not to be talked about, they're not to be posted about, because if you're so happy about it, you should be quiet. It's giving hush hush, and it's, if I'm honest, it's giving a little bit of resentment. But I'll leave that.
Okay, so ironically, I get this conversation a lot. Whenever it comes to the topic of having kids, and I tell the person I'm speaking with that I don't ever want kids, they're absolutely caught aghast. They're just like, what? Sayang naman yung lahi mo. Ano ako, aso? And a lot of people are just like, oh, wait till you have them. Dude, that's the point. I don't want them. I even talked to my little siblings about it when they were babies, and I was like, I don't want any kids. I'm okay with like having you guys to kind of help raise and everything. And then my brother was like, why do you hate your children? How could I hate my children that I've never had? And just to be clear, I don't hate kids, but there are some people who don't want kids because they hate kids. I will literally be every single child's ninang. Like all of my my barkada really wants a lot of kids. So I will be the ninang of most of your kids. But besides the point, I'm okay with kids. But I don't want to have them. And when people demand an answer as to why, honestly, I don't have to give you an explanation. But I want to share with you guys why I personally do not want kids. I came from a broken family. My parents separated when I was only 4. And as early as then, I already knew how babies came to be. They come out of the coochie. And at that age, I didn't even know there were holes down there. So immediately I was like, how else is the baby gonna come out? So there's that. I don't want that physical pain of birth giving. And as I grew up, I realized how difficult it actually is to give birth for most cases. And how high the hospital bill can actually get. I also learned how much stress the female body goes through. You go through fluctuating hormones, you start to wonder, you get anxious most of the time. Some people get extremely depressed, some people get acid reflux. My second major reason is because me as a person, I know that I want to focus on what I can do because I know myself best and I want to achieve a lot of things throughout my lifetime. So I know I won't be able to do most of these things when I have a kid because then I will be focusing on the life of that kid. And it wouldn't be fair naman to focus on my life while I have a child because I've been through that. I have been in the place of that child. And my final reason is that when I have a partner, I want to spend my life with the partner. Most of the time when you have a kid with your partner, it becomes also about the kid. And I know, of course, there are people out there who absolutely love their families. They're in a loving family, a loving home. They're able to balance it all out. But for me, I want to spend my entire lifetime with my partner. I want to experience new things every single day, every single week, every single year without a kid. I just want to be with my partner. So naturally, if my partner wants kids, I'm sorry, that's a non-negotiable for me.
So guys, yeah, I think as you guys have watched some clips, see some reasons, some are valid, some are not just worth it. So guys, I'll leave you here. Just leave your thoughts, your opinion on the comment section below. Let's discuss over there. What do you think? You think there are some of the reasons are valid, or you think they are just for selfish reasons why they just want to be child free? Okay. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.